Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting the with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today's question is one that you've probably answered many times before because it's a common question. If you could only have one handgun, and you're someone that carries, so this handgun has to be for EDC as well as every other purpose, what would it be? What would be the handgun you would choose that you're going to have to be able to carry every day? And it's also going to have to serve every other purpose you have for a handgun. What would it be? Now, I'm going to say if I could only have one, I think the easy answer for me is going to be a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus or a 586 Plus. Those are just going to be the best guns around. You can carry them easily. You can shoot them at the range. They're good for home defense. They're powerful. And you know, though, one gun I almost leaned towards instead of the 686 was, believe it or not, an FN57, because you can get buku rounds. The round so far in all my testing trying to prove that it's not capable has actually shown the opposite. So I'm starting to come around on it. And, you know, you got a lot of rounds. It's an easy to carry gun. It's lightweight. Just got a lot of things going for it. So I almost went with the FN57 in a day where you might find yourself surrounded by a mob downtown or, you know, in the middle of a giant protest that turns into a riot where you might want more rounds. It could be a good gun, but still, I think the 357 Magnum, 7 rounds with some extra loads with you, I still think it's going to be the most versatile gun. So even though I was tempted to go to the dark side, I'm going to stick with the 686 or 586 L Comp would be a very good one to be specific. And that's going to be my answer because, like I said, powerful, capable, small enough to carry easily. In fact, I'm carrying a gun that size right now. So really good, easy to carry gun that will do anything you need it to do. The only drawback on it would be capacity. So now that I've answered, let's go over and see if anybody else is weighing in with their answers, because this chat is more about your answers than mine, because I've answered most of these questions before. I'm not surprising nobody. Glock 27, 40 caliber. Well, wouldn't that be the 27 would be the small 40, right? Yeah, because then a 33 would be the 357 SIG. So yeah, get the Glock 27, then you can put 9mm 357 SIG barrel in it, whichever one you want. So that's a good one. I might have went with a 23, you know, just for the compact size instead of the subcompact, but you know, maybe you're dainty and you need a smaller gun to carry. Mr. Furley said G20. Powerful round capacity and utility. That is a good choice. And I have one in my car. I carry that one. So that is a very good choice. Although it is a little big, I wouldn't know if I'd want to have to carry it every day. Although I can make it work. I open carry most of the time. So that's one I could very easily have said too. So I definitely agree with that. I approve of that decision. Maggie D said, my G19 Gen 5, if I ever used not losing $1,000 gun. Well, that's one thing I don't think people should do. When you're deciding what gun you're going to carry, you shouldn't take price into consideration. It should only be the gun you shoot best, that works best, you know, is most reliable and most accurate in your hand. That should be your choice. I don't know what the fuck that was. But you know, some people want to. I lost $1,000 gun when what happened on New Year's Eve, but I was glad to not get in trouble and not get shot or killed or hurt or anything. So, and didn't have to shoot nobody. So I looked at the bright side, although it'd be real easy to be upset about losing $1,000 fucking gun. I'm still a little upset about it. When I had to bash it on the ground to get it away from the guy, I was a little upset to have to do that. Heavy J, although in the moment you'd think you might hesitate because it's expensive. In the moment, I did not hesitate at all. I was like, well, you're going to be trash. Heavy J says 605 with my silver bullet. Need to win more bullets. Well, you got a chance if you do $5 super chats. You won't get one for that $2 one. But this is YouTube. So, you know, you don't want to do it on YouTube anyway. Do it over on PayPal. PayPal, we get to keep the money for the actual programs. YouTube steals it all over here. In case people don't know, YouTube steals super chats. They just do. A lot of them, if they don't like you. And they don't like me. Kroshnikov said Taurus 692, 3 calibers in one. What would that be? 357 Magnum, 38 Special, and 9mm? Would that be the 3? But good choice. Wasn't someone show us a 692 the other day? They got the what do you call it? Their executive model of it. Pretty good. John M. Mandrick chimed in but didn't say nothing. Practical Bacon says SIG P320X compact 9mm because of ammo availability. Well, yeah, sticking with 9mm would mean that, you know, there's lots of ammo available for you. But, you know, if things ever went bad, like if you bought it because, wow, I'm carrying this because if things ever go bad, this round's going to be very common. Well, if things ever get real bad, that's going to be the first round everybody takes. Like if they break into a store and they're like, I can carry 10 boxes of ammo, it's probably going to be 10 boxes of 9mm. Whereas like the 357 SIG still probably going to be on the shelf, you know, stuff like that. Maybe the 5.7x2.8 still be there on the shelf. So you got to think of it all ways. And that was Practical Bacon, by the way, with a SIG P320. Of course, that is going to go off and kill you, just so you know. They are very bloodthirsty. Go Shadow said, my Ruger Blackhawk. Well, that's an unusual choice, but you could carry it. Yeah, I mean, single action. You're never going to have trouble hitting anything with it. It's powerful enough to do the job. It's a beautiful gun. It would be fun to carry it. So, yeah, I can see that working all the way around. Rusty Shackelford P365XL, but if I was rich, a 226 Legion SAO. You don't got to be rich to buy a Legion. You just got to be bad with your money. That's what I found. I'm not rich, but I'm bad with my money. I make very irrational and irresponsible purchases. You know, I say things like, the roof can last another year. I'm getting a gun. You know, stuff like that. So, yeah, just don't be like me and make your bad purchases. Or be like me and make bad purchases. Then you will have no problem with stuff like that. Evan James. I thought that was Elon Musk in the picture there at first. I thought, does he have Elon Musk in his image there? But he said, my Glock Model 45 MOS. What is the Model 45? I'm not familiar with all the Glock numbers. So what is the Glock 45? Glock 45 compact crossover in black. I don't know what that means. It's 9mm, but why is it different than a 19? Full size frame. Oh, it's got the full size frame with the compact slide. Okay, so you get more rounds in it. So it's like a Glock 19X kind of. Wasn't that when they do the same thing with the 19X? Maybe not. I don't know. I think so. I don't know all the Glock numbers. So people who are like, you don't know your Glock numbers? No, not really. I'm not a big Glock fan. I mean, I like them. I've got some. In fact, all the polymer guns I own are pretty much Glock, except for my FN57. But yeah, it's not my biggest interest. Johnny Mandrick chimed in again, and this time he actually said something, and he said Chiappa Rhino in 357. I guess he's planning on having the arthritis or being recoil sensitive. And if he is, that's a great choice. If you're someone that is recoil sensitive, you have arthritis, bad elbows, shoulders, you know, we get older, have parts of us that don't work so well no more. Lightest recoil in 357 Magnum in the game. That thing just soaks it up. And I will say one thing, though. A lot of people don't like the grips on the Chiappa Rhino. I didn't like them at first either. But then when you hold them, they're very comfortable. And I'll tell you something. I shot one the other day that had a more standard grip on it. Someone had bought a grip replacement, and it's a wooden grip with the finger grooves, and it's more shaped like a revolver grip. Didn't handle the recoil as well, I think, as the grip they have. I think it does. I think that grip helps with the recoil some, that unusual grip. So stick with the regular grip, but I think that's a really good choice. That looks like that's it for today. That's all the people that weighed in today. How about you out there in YouTube land? What would be your choice? Now, remember, this has got to be a gun you can carry, and it's going to be for everything else because you can only have the one gun, the one handgun. So anything your rifle don't do, this has got to do. So what would your choice be? Put it in the comment section below. If you want to weigh in on one of these topics in person, or stick around till afterwards and just be part of our open chat, come to the live chats. We do them every night at 6 p.m. except for Wednesday when they're at 7 p.m. So I hope to see you at one soon. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.